And
There's a
that's
lot of stuff going on with families, like the
it's
story that Miss Sisla was talking about the girl whose cousin, her own cousin, killed her. Her mother just announced the other day on her social media that the cousin basically confessed
Right.
to killing her daughter and stuffing her in the trunk and then in a dumpster.
jealousy's a motherfucker.
And
Yeah,
he took a plea on the charges that he lied to the police, but he isn't taken. He's supposed to be sentenced for that. Now, the reason why they haven't charged him yet with homicide, though, is because they still haven't recovered her body. Now, the problem is that he threw her body in a dumpster.
did he say if he cut her or he just threw her in the dumpster
No,
because?
he just threw her body in a dumpster. But the
Oh no,
problem
they can find her because
they
if I can watch shows like Forensic Files and shit, and y'all can find white people that been in the landfill for 10 fucking years, y'all can
right.
find that girl.
Yeah,
Yep, as
because they be
long
like having designated spots when they dump
Yep,
certain trash in certain
exactly,
cities.
it,
So they
exactly.
yep.
have
If
to
people,
have
As
use
long
dogs.
as
They might have to use drones. They might have to use
well,
yeah,
as long as they haven't burned it, because they do,
right,
yeah, have incinerators and stuff that they use to
right.
burn trash and stuff like that. So I hope
now, do we know if they're even doing a trash recovery yet? Like, are they even at the
I know
site?
they're searching, and at this point, it's become personal for a lot of people. So a lot of people are like taking this personally. So they'll find her remains. It's.
Mhm. Well, I'm gonna read
Whew.
her. The mother, Lanice Milton, she had posted on her Facebook on the 16th a few days ago. She said he took my baby from me. His mom accused me of lying, then cried to me about us both hurting. Then she said, "Your son killed my daughter. We are not hurting. I'm hurting. My kids are hurting. You're just feeling bad because your son's a murderer." And I would have said, "Period."
Hmm.
They gave that girl a hard time.
I know.
They gave her a hard time. And then the crazy part about it is he was out there putting up posters and stuff like he was helping looking for her.
Yeah, he was helping to look for, but that's how it always is. It's usually always somebody close to the family, and they will be out there beating the pavement hard, making
Yeah.
copies, posting on their social
And
media, even donating to a GoFundMe. They will do it all.
and
Mm,
his punk ass did all that
the
old
whole
bullshit.
time.
Saying he put
Mm.
her in a dumpster, and if he killed her, I mean,
And now he never said I killed her. He said she died. She
he
just died.
died, and she didn't die. She didn't just die. She didn't have a heart attack. She didn't have an asthma attack and just die. He would have called 911.
Right. You don't have no reason to
I mean, great.
hide somebody.
We already know what probably took place,
Yeah.
You
and
know
that shit
exactly
happened.
what it
That
is.
shit happened between uncles, grandparents, parents, cousins, brothers. She probably was trying to resist, and
Mhm.
his nasty. Oh my god! Ooh.
Girl, it just
Yeah,
got
I mean,
so
you know,
bad.
it's
Hey, Yusuf. We were just talking about your interview earlier. How you doing, Yusuf? Her name.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me find her name. Her name.
Shaming.
Her no, not her. The girl who died. What her name is? The guy who killed her. His name is Jaylin.
Oh,
Jayli. And
her name is Zion
yeah, her name is Zion. Zion. Last name Milton.
How old
Foster.
was she?
Foster. Zion Foster.
Foster. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let me.
Mhm.
How old was she?
She was
She's
16. No,
17. She
17.
she worked right up the street from me, and her
Yep, I
aunt,
got her name. I got her name on my paper to do.
her
Yep,
aunt,
it's Zion Foster.
her aunt goes is our worship leader at the church.
Hold on,
Yeah.
let
Well,
me
just
show
be,
y'all this story real quick, okay? Just hold on.
just
I'm gonna show this story for Yusuf and everybody else because a lot of times when we share information on here, that's what I like about Friday Night Live because we discuss all type of topics, and a lot of times people in the chat had no idea about a story that's going on around the world. So when we all come on here together, we all bring up different topics. That's how it goes down on Friday Night Live. But here I'm going to hit mute and then I'm going to play.
Says the search now for her daughter is to find her remains. CW50's Chris Walker has been following the developments since the teen went missing and joins us now with the latest.
As the search for Zion Foster continues, her mother, Sierra Milton, says she's gripping with the reality that her daughter won't be found alive. The grieving mother told CW50 Zion's cousin, accused by authorities of lying to peace officers in the investigation, allegedly made a shocking confession that he dumped the 17-year-old after she went unresponsive on the same night she was last seen.
Like trash. Put my baby in a dumpster. And then afterward proceeded to go get his girlfriend from work and carry on with life as if nothing happened.
Zion's mother says she's living with a pain that's unbearable because for weeks she says she's known about what allegedly happened the night on January 4th, but she kept the grisly details to herself to protect the investigation.
I can't even fathom. And I can't fathom being just in a trash heap.
But Wednesday, after leaving a Macomb County courtroom for Jaylin Brazier's hearing, she says she could no longer hold it in. The mother of 6 went to social media to vent and let the world know what she says Detroit police told her about her daughter's disappearance.
It's not a pain that you can escape from. Sleep away, or cry away, or medicate away.
Milton says Brazier picked her daughter up last month from her East Point home and never dropped her off. The 23-year-old man is facing charges in Macomb County for lying to police in a violent crime investigation, charges he pleaded no contest to.
And in this broken state, I still gotta take care of my other babies.
According to Milton, Foster's last location on her phone pinged on Greenfield near Vassar at Brazier's house. Milton says police told her Zion could possibly be in a landfill with little to no remains left.
I wish more so that they could find her, to know what he did.
Detroit police have not confirmed to CW50 that a confession was made, instead releasing this statement that reads in part, the Detroit Police Department continues to investigate the missing case of Zion Foster. We are working with local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies around the clock. We've resubmitted a warrant package to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office for multiple charges against Jaylin Brazier. We have no further details to release at this time, end quote. Reporting in East Point, Chris Walker, CW50, News at 10.
And from the sound of their statement and from what she was saying, the mother, they didn't want her to put that out there. They didn't want her to put that out there at all. That's why they're not confirming or denying anything that she said. But she said,
that nigga go.
She said, I couldn't hold it in no longer.
Send his ass this way. Let his
that is so sad. I'm up here trying not to cry. I was like, ooh.
Well, that's
my
why that
God.
birthday, sis, I couldn't get it together.
Every bone in that young man's body would be severed. He would not. I wouldn't kill him, but I would enjoy breaking every fucking bone in his body. He'd be on a soup diet the rest of his funky ass life.
Hey,
with a shit bag. A shit bag and everything.
Hey, Southern Conspiracy, did you see the news story?
Like
Yes.
that nigga's man.
That was
Oh
so
yeah.
sad to. Oh my god, I was up here holding back tears.
I'm done. I'm glad you came.
Shit. Oh
And
But
yeah.
I was saying that's crazy because though that the girl Zion is I got those photos in my phone. That's my next story.
Oh wow.
And I was supposed to do it. I was supposed to do it, but when I do those stories, I have to take a while because it's too much.
Well, make sure you
Like
let
some
us
of those,
know when you do it so I can share your live out on my community wall.
Ain't it
Because
ain't it
I
ain't.
will. I will have it posted tomorrow. But some of those stories, it'd be too sad. Like the guy, I did a story where a man was shot down and his 2-year-old daughter was shot down with him and they were buried together in the casket. And she was buried in angel wings, cradled in his arm. It was just too much.
yeah,
Yeah, some of so I'll do them and it'll take me like a week or so to do another story.
yeah. Yusuf, yeah, she was really, really. That was a beautiful girl, and it was her cousin. And basically, what the mother is saying that, um, he allegedly, because the police ain't confirmed it, but he did admit that he put her in his trunk and he put her in a dumpster, and then he left, picked his girlfriend up from work, I think she said, and went on with his life as if nothing happened.
Yeah. Oh
That's a
man, the
you
monster.
thing.
remember, y'all remember when I initially was telling y'all about this story, and I kept saying something about that car, and because he had traveled a lot of different places that we can remember. I told you went to like
Well, you
Chicago,
remember when we
water.
first started talking about it? I said, "Oh, he done did something to his cousin," and we
Yeah,
started talking about how cousins and family members be doing that stuff, trying to come on to a pretty cousin, and the shit get out of
right.
hand. I already knew something. I already knew it. I knew it.
Man, sadistic ain't even. That's an understatement on
I
what the fuck
knew
I
he
would
had
do to
something.
that boy.
Yeah,
I
Ooh
felt it in
wee.
my bones. I felt it
I'm
in my
so
gut that
sick
he did
about it.
something to
I'm
that
just
girl, his own
sick.
cousin.
I'm so sick about it,
And
y'all.
she was the last person that he was with, and that was the last place that her phone pinged. I knew he had something to do with it. Nasty old pervert. He probably tried to take advantage of her.
It don't matter. That's your flesh. That's your flesh and blood, bro.
Right.
I'm breaking every fucking bone, and I'm gonna tell whether it's my sister or my brother. You ain't gonna never see the nigga no more. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, we ain't
You
gonna
can
see
be
it
mad at
anyway.
me. You can hate me. I don't give a fuck if you my family or not. But that little son bitch right there, nope, he took mine. Nigga, the same fucking pain I got. You could tell mama, you could tell
Well,
auntie, I don't give
here's
a
the
fuck.
thing, y'all. They related by marriage.
I don't give a shit. They could be
I'm
Still.
they could
saying.
be related. Shit.
I'm just saying they
I
Shit.
don't care if
related
we
by
God
marriage.
sister. God, cause I don't care. If we
What
grew up
the point
together,
is
mm-mm.
the point is that he ain't even your blood
Why was he even picking her up?
because they were married. They grew up together, so they hung out together all the
That's what
time.
I'm saying. That blood don't even matter. If we grew up
Right?
together and
They
we hung
hung
out
out
together,
together
we
all
didn't
the
probably fought
time.
together. We didn't
But
fought other.
he's like 23. He's like 23, 24 years old, right?
Right, but
Right,
he's her cousin.
right.
He's
I
somebody
mean,
she was
our
raised
cousins
with.
hang out like that. We did that when we was growing up.
Right,
Like
I
we,
know,
she
but
we would hang
oh,
out with our
she
20-year old
was
cousins
raised
and we
with
like
him.
15. It was just something we always did too. Like family was family. It
And
didn't matter.
then her mom, his mom was tripping on her mama.
Right, Yusuf. Family is family. Yep. Hey,
I
crazy
know that
5,000.
I know that they were family, but that particular the day he picked her up, what was the premise? What was going on that particular day?
They
They
was going
probably was
hanging
just
out at a party or
hanging.
something, some
I
kind
don't
of
know.
Okay,
something at his house.
okay.
I don't know. I don't know. When I grew up with my family, we was all so close, so it was nothing to have like the older cousins hanging around the
Right.
younger cousins. I
It's
mean,
not unheard of.
it was nothing for me to be like, I'm going over my big cousin's house. We chilling. It might be because like you just want to get out the house Your
Right.
cousin
And
got
she
their
had
own
just
crib.
started
You know what I'm
working.
saying? It was nothing just to go over somebody's house.
She had just started working at the Detroit Wing Company, and that's literally right
At UPS,
up the
Crazy T
street from
said,
me.
where,
Huh?
Crazy T said, is this about the cousin that used to hang with each other and he worked at UPS? Is that where he worked at,
Yep.
Cisco?
He worked at Amazon.
Amazon. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Getting go from there.
Yep. Yusuf said maybe just giving her a ride. Yep. Yep.
No, he
I know
wasn't
that, but
giving her a
Like
my
ride.
for
thing,
instance, for instance,
She lived up the street from me.
like
She
for instance,
lived with
my
and
sons, y'all
he
know,
lived way on the west side. Like that was a long way. He purposely picked her up.
yeah,
And he said that she told her mom when she told her mom she was on her way home, she never showed up.
right. And
mm,
I was gonna say, for instance, like my sons, they both grew up playing sports, football and stuff. So when they were like, the oldest one was like 18, 19, 20, you know. My cousin's youngest son, who was like junior high,
Mhm.
ninth grade, he would call my son up all the time. Hey, cousin, could you come by? Could I come over? Could you help me with my game? You know, I need some tips on the field. Could we go to the field? I mean, it was nothing for, you know, that to happen in our family. I'd be
I
like,
know, but
oh, cousin wants me to
I
come
don't
over
think,
with him.
I
But
don't think my grandma would have played that with a cousin that wasn't my blood and a cousin that was much older than me. I don't think my grandma would have played that. I ain't finna go nowhere
I don't
with
know. I mean,
nobody.
I guess it depends on the family, you know,
Yeah.
because I grew up with people who weren't my real cousins and we hung out all the time. They were by marriage
No,
or um they weren't just like play cousins. Let me put it that way.
Right.
We
Yeah.
grew up together. And that makes all the difference when you grow up together. And you got people that's married into the family. It's as if it's like your real cousin. It's like, you know,
Right.
it ain't no,
it wasn't.
they ain't blood, you know.
Were there any signs before it happened?
I don't know because this
Well, her
literally the mother
phone,
just put this out
some of the
there.
messages, some of the messages in her phone records indicated that he was flirting with her.
That's what I was saying. He was trying to get with her, and she probably
Yep.
resisted.
Yep. Some of the messages did indicate that he was trying to get with her, and she was like,
Well, I'm sure she would have told her mother that because if my child would have told my mother
but
that, I mean, told me that.
she didn't tell her mom.
Well, see, that's
I
and
guess
that's
she
why
just
she was
kind of
probably still
blew it.
going over there.
She
Yep.
probably she probably just blew it off like, boy, no, we and kept going like, cause then she used to do his girlfriend's hair, all that. I mean, yeah, but anyway, I know my the girl that go to on the precinct, that girl she's so tore up. She is so tore up right now. Chris
I just hearing the mother talk. I girl, I was over here like
I
really
can't
trying
even
not to cry, like really
I can't even. I'm mad. Like her mom keeps saying, I can't even phantom.
being in a
I
trash
can't.
can.
I can't,
A
y'all.
dumpster, it could be bugs in there,
Oh
maggots,
no! Like the
trash.
police is
I
preparing the
mean,
mama for the worst. The police is really trying to prepare her for the worst because, like they said, it might not even be anything to bury.
yep, yep. And he probably dumped her in the parking lot at the Amazon.
Exactly. You remember I said you don't remember me saying all that, like, because I
Yeah,
said
I remember our
he
whole
kept going
conversation.
back. He
And
kept
I
going back
said
to
at
that
that
area like
time that he
100 and
did it.
something times, and he hadn't
Right.
worked there in so long. But his
Right.
car
And that's what
was
I
picked
said.
up.
I remember that. I remember that.
His
And I
car was
remember I
picked
said
up
he
by
did
the
it.
recognition system. That he was in that parking lot, and it was odd that he would be hanging out at his old job quite
Yep.
recently. And I
Yep.
kept feeling like it's like an old racetrack down there, and it's like, who would park down at a
Mhm.
racetrack for what? You know what I'm saying? There's nothing down there anymore.
He was probably trying to consider where should he dump the body.
Now are they for sure that he dumped it in the dumpster? Did they check the area out that he
That
would
he
had?
Well,
did.
he
said
said
that,
he did that.
that he did it.
I know, but I know he said that, but did they check the area in which, where y'all
Well,
were just talking about the one he was in?
they said it's still under investigation. The
Yeah,
cops aren't talking. It's the
right.
And
mother who came
and I
out.
al-
Yeah.
and I almost feel like we need to know because we don't know if they are actually investigating like they say they are. Because it's a black girl. That's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
know.
Them
What are they
motherfuckers
doing?
ain't investigating shit. They always on that nigga shit.
That's what I'm
Always.
saying. That's what I'm saying. They saying he confessed to throwing the girl in the
Well,
dumpster. We don't know
I won't
he
say
confessed.
that they're not investigating this one because I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. This is Detroit is investigating this one, and it's not like East Point, the city that I live in, which is predominantly white. It's not like they're handling this case. Detroit is handling this, so I'm pretty confident that they are really working to get this one settled. I really feel confident in that. But I mean, it's just a very unfortunate situation. I want them to find her more than anything for her mom to be able to have some closure
Proper
because,
burial and two.
yeah, because it's already hard enough that you didn't get to see her when she said she was coming home. Now you got to deal with the fact that you ain't gonna see her no more at all. You know.
Man, people would learn their lessons if everybody did like a time to kill, like Samuel did. Like, you touch my seed, you touch my kids. Like, people
Oh
would
yeah,
be
he
people would
he
learn
shot them
their
at the
lessons.
courthouse.
Yes, people would learn their lessons if parents just took off on somebody. Like, and I know we ain't supposed to do that shit, but I'm just saying.
You ever seen an eye for an eye with Susan Sarandon?
Yeah, yeah, a long time ago.
That
Yeah.
was a good one too.
I like
Where the
those
man
movies. I
raped her
like those
daughter.
movies when people retaliate against somebody who killed their loved one,
Uh,
they
Kevin
brothers, their
Bacon
wife
and
or husband or kids. Mm-mm.
Kevin Bacon and Death Wish. I think that was the name of that movie.
Oh, child. Mm-mm.
Where they killed his daughter. They killed his son, and he went crazy.
Quarter
Yeah.
quarter mesquite.
I always said that if anybody ever touched my kids, especially the way that,
All you
that
need.
way, and I got boys, and people used to always make it seem like, oh, girls, girls, girls.
They
The
mess with
thing, I
boys
mean, they
too.
mess with boys almost more than they mess with girls.
Yeah.
Like, people be thinking because they got a girl, I got to be so much overprotected. No, when I tell you, my boys will tell you, I was so overprotected with them. The coaches around principals, the mailman, the uncle, the ground. I didn't give a damn. I talked to my boys very, very young. I told them about I told them about all that kind of stuff, what it really is and what it really happens to be abused as a boy. And
Now,
I treated them the same way I would have treated a girl. This is the signs. If anybody touch you, act like they gonna touch you, look like they gonna touch you, or want something from you that way, you
I
better
see
let me
my
know.
granddaughter there right now.
You better let me know.
If
I
anything happened to my kid, I'm calling Liam Nielsen.
Girl,
yeah, I
girl.
have
I'm gonna call him.
a special set of gifts.
He got a particular set of skills.
And I love me some Liam Nielsen,
I
girl.
promise
Girl.
you.
I love me
Please,
some Liam.
I'm calling Liam. I'm
Hey,
calling him.
Fitzjar.
And it's ironic that you used to say that because I was talking to my grandbaby the other day because I always ask him what's your no places and stuff like that, right? So I was talking to her about it, and she all shy, pointing at herself. I was like, okay, and I said, and sometimes they might try to trick you and say this, and this. I
That's what
said,
I tell my
I am
boys.
your grandma, and I have a very special set of skills.
I used to tell my boys all the time before I had a gun and before I had a CCW, I said I would go down and bro Bishop Smoke. What I'm talking about when I say Saul's, I say I would go down to Saul's pawn shop and I will buy me a strap. And it's about to go down. I used to always tell my sons that like for real. Yusuf said drop the link. Okay, hold on.
I've
Let me
been there,
drop
done
my
that,
lanky
It's
y'all.
gonna be World War IV and 3 ain't even got here yet.
Man, I was so glad when my kids grew up, and even though you still worry about your kids from time to time when they grown, I was so glad when they grew up. And even to this day, they'll
We
ask
are
you, like, up
living.
until my son was like 25. My son's 25 now. Well, he'll be 25 in April. And he'll tell you, I probably asked him until he was about 23. Did anybody ever like if you didn't tell me before, you grown now, you can tell me. I used to ask them about shit. They be like, Mom, we would have told you if somebody does. I'm like, I don't want y'all ever to be like them kids is on TV. They get mad and cussing a parent out, don't want to have shit to do with them after they grown. Somebody, well, you should have known, you should have known. Nah, y'all will never get me with that one. As you know, cognizant I was with my kids. Hold up, Yusuf. I'm putting up my little banner so I can make sure it's you now.
Check out y'all videos on this story about that young lady Zion, and I'm definitely going to do my ratchet criminal investigation.
Yes, please.
You know, I'm gonna
Please
support
do. A
y'all.
lot more people need to hear about this story because, like I said, we spoke about it a few weeks ago. Then Trash Talk Alley talked about it again a few
Weeks
days
ago.
ago. And yeah, and it's like it wasn't on. I kept checking every day, and it was not on social media. They didn't put it on social media to the mother posted on Facebook that she just found out the cousin confessed.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And was there any other thing though that came out about the cousin? Because I know many people are assuming, and I heard y'all say, and even I thought and speculated that there might have been some type of intercourse or some type of predatory interactions between them, because there's a lot with kissing cousins that goes on.
Exactly, that's what we was talking about. And the thing is, when it first hit the news, they said she's missing. She was last seen with such and such, but that's basically all they said. And the mother, she's been sitting on that information, his confession, for weeks. And the cops, even when I showed the story earlier today, the cops still ain't saying nothing. They're just saying we're still investigating. They probably upset that she put that on Facebook. I'm sure they are. But oh well, if that was my daughter, my son, whatever, I would have been all.
What I was, and that's what I was telling you guys earlier, is that he pled out to the charge with lying to the police,
right?
And he's going to be sentenced for that. Yeah. The charges in this situation has not been brought out yet. So my thing is that 9 times out of 10, it's because, remember when I first told you about it, it still wasn't out, and it wasn't like you were asking me, do you think I should, say anything about it? And I was like, well, yes, it's public information now because the mother released.
Because the mother said something, yeah,
right.
And but, you know what? The only reason why I asked you that was because you are kind of close to the family. Mm-hmm. That's why I said that. It wasn't necessarily because the cops.
Right. Well, I'm not close to the family. I know which is why I try to handle it with caution. But
right.
What I was going to say is that because they haven't found a body, that's probably why they haven't brought the murder charges. Because with a sensitive case like this, when it's mostly circumstantial, it's harder to prove because the burden of proof is on the prosecution. So,
but he did. I wonder how that would work though with him confessing that he put her in his trunk and put her in a dumpster, even if there's no.
Even though he confessed that he put her in a dumpster, at this point, the most he'll probably get charged with is
evidence or something.
It's
desecrating a corpse.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's
and see, they want more than that. They want
dead or alive.
Pardon me?
Was she dead or alive when you put her in the trash?
Dead.
She was dead.
Okay.
He said she was dead. Yep.
No cause of death yet?
Pardon me?
No cause of death yet?
No, because they can't find the body.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why the police are not talking about it.
They can find that body.
Yeah. Oh, they can, not that they can't find it. They just
that's what I said.
Yeah. So the thing is if they talk about too much, it's gonna pretty much prejudice
The case. Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
everybody. And
I
then
just
he's
want to
gonna
know
start
if
to
they
get a
giving.
conviction.
I just want to know if they giving her Gabby Petito energy. That's what I want
Oh,
to know.
she's
Not
getting
a Zito.
she's getting a
That
lot of
one.
publicity. And then not to mention
But
no,
it didn't take Gabby 2 weeks to start getting publicity.
And they sent out the
no,
bloodhounds.
no, she got information. She got
Well,
attention right
they had
away.
posted that she was missing, but they didn't put out the information that he confessed. For like,
No, yeah, they didn't put that yet.
everybody knew she was missing, but
Okay.
Right, and they were
it wasn't as
searching for
big as
her.
a story. It wasn't even as big as a story because I didn't find out until Can told me. And I'm like, this
Yeah.
is a huge story. A 17-year-old missing, and she was last seen with her cousin. It wasn't as big as they could have made it.
How old is he?
23.
Like
24.
24.
Okay.
He's 23.
And we were talking about the kid. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss TR. I didn't see you down there, Miss TR.
No, yeah, it's me. It's
I'm
not
sorry.
Hi,
no.
honey.
Hello.
Hi, everyone.
I hate with the
Hey.
StreamYard. If you don't scroll all the way down, you can't see all the people clicking. I'm sorry. I don't know how long
No,
you
it's
were
no
waiting.
big thing. No, I know how it is. I know how it is. You get involved. But you know something? Um, I only caught the bitter piece of what you are saying. What was his reason? Did he say why he did what he did?
Now again, he never said that he killed her. He just said she just died.
And he put her
So
in his
at this
trunk
point,
and
they
put her
don't
in
have a cause of death. They don't have a body. So they got to move really, really carefully on this situation because if they can easily blow it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Because if they can make the wrong move and it destroy the whole
they could destroy
conviction.
the whole entire case.
But they need to make him talk. Make him squeal.
Well, yeah,
I agree.
They did something in order to get that out of him. Trust
That ain't
me.
enough though. They need to do it more. It's more that he's not telling. We need to know
Well,
how did she die.
Right.
You know what you said? If they push it to the point, they could say that he was forced to say it. So all the way around, because there's been times where our people were confessed only because they were coerced or forced. So
Maybe
either
they'll try
way
to give him a
around.
plea deal and say if he confesses.
He already got the plea deal for this lying thing.
But yeah, that's totally separate from actually dumping the body and everything. Maybe they need.
And I think that was to get what they got out of him so far.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, that ain't no deal.
But what it's a deal because they got his behind bars where he can't get nowhere. Remember when I said they only because they don't just pick you up for lying to the police and give you a $500,000 bond.
What I'm saying, if they offer you a plea deal and they think you allegedly killed somebody, and you say, "Yeah, I lied to you guys about being with her that night," there ain't no deal.
Yeah, you're the suspect, prime suspect. Why does nobody see?
We need more information
of that young girl's life. That's what I'm saying. The fact is translated here that her life wasn't that big of a deal because this is a huge deal. This is not some just cousins. No, this is a huge deal. What happened with that black girl? What happened with her? And why is the news and the media and why is the pressure from the forces not out there to the balls to the ground like Southern Conspiracies said? What you say? Get the bloodhounds.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know,
my thing is with all of this human trafficking going on, just like the little 16-year-old girl that was found on the side of the highway, shot twice in the neck. Do we know that she's dead? Do we know that she's where he says she is?
Right.
And that's what it was. I was trying to say. Do you notice how they're paying more attention to the legalities of this and that and the moving of the corpse and the this and this and that as opposed to the murder and the suspect of the murder? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that makes you think something too when like the
May I ask what's the age?
It's
what's
not,
the age
it could
of both
be that
of them?
he did something. It could be that he did something like sell her or prostitute her or
Yeah, she was 17 and he's 23 or 24.
He's 23. Yeah, he's 23. And I can sincerely tell you that, you know, I mean, I got to give it to them that they are really, really working to try to settle it, get this
Yeah,
case.
that's
You
like
know
your
what?
hood.
Once
That's
they
like
could,
your city too.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm right in the midst of it. I mean, she lived up the street from me,
you know what? Once they find the
and
body and
she
the
worked
cause of
under.
death, they're
That's
gonna
it.
find. Then they're
That's
gonna
it.
find out more.
That's it.
Right.
You
You
know what
know,
I'm saying?
because
And there are some
was he
they
violating
don't.
her?
He a
Was
child
does
Well, he
anybody
had
think that?
he had before this all happened, or I guess after it happened, I guess they found out that he had been texting her like flirtatious text
right.
messages. And keep in mind, they weren't blood cousins. It was like a marriage into a family type of thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which is
but as
another
we were
reason.
saying
Yeah.
earlier, a lot of families, it's not blood this, it's not step this, it's not real cousin,
Mhm.
fake cousin. When you grow up
Oh, I
together
missed
like
that
they
part.
did, they grew up
Oh yeah,
together.
Mhm.
Y'all should have
because you
said
know
that.
that's
So
how
it
it
was
was when we were coming up.
I'm
Yep.
sorry.
no. So
Yusuf
That's
said
how
he
it
didn't.
was when we were coming up.
I didn't know that part.
Best friends were called aunts and uncles and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
that's how it was,
when
Yusuf.
they
They
find
were married into the family, so
Yeah,
they
they were
weren't.
related by
when
Yeah.
they
marriage.
find
No,
the
I heard that
body,
part. I didn't hear the part that he was sending her flirtatious texts.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Uh-huh. He was
He
sending her.
raped
when
that
they
girl for
find
the
the
final
body,
time and killed
guys,
her. I know what
they'll
happened now.
be able to tell more because she could be pregnant. He could have been violating her, and she could
Exactly.
have threatened that she was going to tell, and anything that made him feel that she was a threat. That's the only way the reason for him to kill her if she became a threat,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
regardless
just
of which
sad
way
that
it falls.
even with the flirtatious text, that she was comfortable enough to go anywhere with him.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows?
Mm-hmm.
It could have been more than one person
That's what
there
I'm
at
saying.
that house.
Something's not right. Something's not right with that
He could have
story.
had some homies over there. He could have had tried to.
Mhm.
We
Wow.
don't know without the body. Without
He could have confessed, but did he do
Exactly.
it? Like it's I don't know.
But you
Mm-mm.
see how we are more invested than the other mainstream media.
right.
This is why our voices matter. I just want to say this is a
And
beautiful
even if we all did this story, the same story, it's about getting the word out.
putting all the pieces
Right.
together. That's right.
Exactly.
And the quarter
And
public
that's what I
support.
just when you read your email, Southern Conspiracy, you're gonna see the same thing. What she just said. That's exactly what I said. Everybody has a different audience that they can reach. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It's no,
Wh-
you couldn't dare. I mean, baby,
Mm-hmm.
do you?
When the word
Make
gets
it
out, it puts
happen. Do
more
your
pressure on
thing.
them.
Yep.
Mhm.
Do
Yep.
your
When the
thing.
word gets out, guys, it puts pressure on them,
That's
and then
right.
they have to move because
Exactly.
I didn't hear about this, and that means they kept it from social media. See, social media has a bigger voice,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't, was it on primetime TV news
Nope.
or just county?
Probably one time, they'll run a quick thing like an advertisement. Oh, another girl was killed. Oh, back to you in the newsroom.
Yeah, I mean, well, this thing made it because we have a way here kind of getting our own stuff out, and then we have a lot of different community leaders that will get out. We have a group called, well, there was a group called Detroit 300, and it was a group of men that would get together and they would go to door. Well,
Mm-hmm.
one of the main guys that heads up that organization, Dr. Malik Shabazz, is um one of the ones that's actually out there getting this just going.
Well, it's
Not
getting going
only
now, but out of all of us on
no,
here
no.
who do
It's been
trending news and big
it's
stories,
been this
nobody on this panel knew about it.
no yeah nobody it has not been national.
That's what I guess that's
Yeah,
what Yusuf is going with
right.
this. Like,
It hasn't been, but I've seen some national coverage of it. But girl,
I mean, I
yeah,
have too, but what we're
yeah,
saying is
it's
I
not
didn't
like
know
it
about it
should be.
until you told me. Then I had to type in the name in the internet. Like that should have been
Hmm.
something that's popping up on MSN every time you click on these major news
Right.
sites. It should have been just out there. Like you shouldn't even have to find certain things on the internet.
Right.
And it didn't get out there until the mom posted on her Facebook page that
About my
he
baby being.
confessed.
But you know something? It should have been out there because she's a missing person.
Period.
Right. It
Just the
should have
fact of
been
her being
way
a missing
bigger than that
person.
story. Like the Gabby Petito, we didn't have to search for her name. It was out there. We heard it everywhere. Like, who's this Gabby? Let me look up this Gabby. Let's and that's what I hate about how they do us.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah,
I'm about to go though, boo. I just want to say this last thing. That's the point in the importance of black media. That is again for honey. Drop the coins. That's why your voice matters. I'm trying to tell you. And listen, we've been that way. It's been that way for about a good 10 years. Black people have been black Twitter and all of that been the voice, and now main news and mainstream news, they gotta go to Twitter to see what's going on, see what black folks is talking about, to see what's even true. If something happened in the news right now, somebody get shot or something, and then next thing you know, they gonna say, who the fuck? Hold on.
Have any of y'all ever heard of Rhoda Young Live?
Yeah, I follow her.
But let me go, y'all. I love y'all, and listen, I'm watching your investigation, and I'm gonna do my own because I don't appreciate that. But yeah.
Okay, well, I'll be looking forward to seeing what you got to say and the Southern as well.
Right.
Probably be by tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Peace out, y'all.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.